Come. It is snowstorm. So we're having a snow day. I need to get outside and, what is the word? Shovel my driveway and clean off my curb. Ow. This is the second time this week I had to do this. We also had snow earlier this week. The weather says it's supposed to slow down around noon and keep snowing until 5, but I'm gonna shovel the snow while it's still soft. These are my little snow boots. I think I got these from Macy's a couple years ago. These are Michael Kors. I'm sorry, but Michael Kors, I used to work at Macy's. Michael Kors makes some of the best quality shoes. This is gonna be my exercise for today because I'm not going to the gym. I had a whole day planned today. I was gonna go to the gym, get a pedicure. I was gonna go to the mall. I guess I'm not going anywhere. That's okay because I'm gonna stay home, plow, clean up this house. Finally gonna start painting my office. Someone said they would paint it for me, but it's like 400 bucks. I feel like that is a good deal, but also I just paid to have my basement fixed and I'm paying to get like flooring put in the office. So I'm like, I can just bang that out. Believe it or not, I actually painted all of this when I first bought the house by myself. So if I can do this, I can do a little room. I'm really haunted by this experience because this was a lot. This was a lot, but we're getting it done. We're getting it done. Let me get on my snow stuff. We actually got 0 snow last year. And then the year before, I think we got like 1 snowstorm. So 2 snows in 1 week is interesting, but I'm gonna put on my stuff. We're gonna plow. We're gonna plow. Hey, we're gonna plow. Hey, we're gonna plow. Hey, killing these boots. So cute. Oh. One of the pluses to winter is that you can wear cute snow stuff. I can't find my gloves. Okay, let's lock up. Hey, I'm not gonna say that was a waste of time, but like, it took me 52 minutes. Wow, I walked 1.2 miles. Nice. But as soon as I finished, everything that I plowed is already covered in snow again. So, what am I supposed to do? Are my wipers seriously frozen? What? Oh no, thank you, thank you. Where am I going, you ask? I am going to get a bagel because that's what I'm in the mood for and I deserve it. It's not far, it's literally like 0.2 miles from my house. So how do I put this in 4-wheel drive? I'll be all right. Or will I? Will I be okay? It's a great day to have a Jeep. What did they put on the roads? That the roads are completely clear. What is it, salt? I need to give me some tools. I didn't bother investing in any tools for the house because we barely get snow anymore. So I was like, I'm not gonna pay for a snowblower when we don't get snow. Like back when I was in like elementary school, we used to get feet of snow, like 2-3 feet. But now, even though this is like a lot, it's only probably like 5 inches. And then on top of that, it like rarely snows. But now I'm like, I don't know. Should I get some pieces? I'm not gonna do it. Baby, you should. Are they open? Why do I feel like they're not open? Hold on. Where's my mobile device? Maybe you should let me hold you. Oh, and they're closed. Lovely. They closed at 1 o'clock and it is 1:05. Fantastic. That was an adventure. So my normal bagel place that I go to closed at 1, but there's another bagel place in the neighborhood, but I don't, this is like not this is, what? Why is it cracking? You guys, please. Never again. Never again. Luckily, this is only 99 cents, but like, I don't know, it's just not giving fresh. Oh, by the way, in my last vlog, I told you guys they were here doing construction. They actually finished. I'll show you guys what we got here. As you can see, we got a door again, and they put new paneling in, and the flooring. This flooring looks really good, y'all. Like, really, really good. Put the panels in, finally have a door, another door here. Bathroom was fixed up. What a blessing. What a blessing to have a bathroom door again. I didn't know that the guys I hired didn't paint. I mean, whatever. I'm not tripping. Hey, Foof. Are you liking the snow? Are you loving it? Are you loving it? Are you loving it?
아직도 난 모르겠어 널 바라봐도 just caught in your love 많이도 난 널 좋아했나봐 힘들어 보여 옆에서 말했어 한순간이었지 bittersweet to me night got me going crazy someone just tell me why 하나 둘씩 내게서 더 멀어지지 마 baby you 오직 너만 baby you 사랑이 없어도 난 네 곁에 있고 싶어 난 아주 잠시만 Someone tell me what I need to do to make this feel right I just want you in my life keep you warm and nice Baby I still love you 안 되겠어 이대로는 Can I say that I just love you 네 모습이 아른거려 근데 baby I still love you I don't wanna believe there's a thing Can you let me say it again I still love you 건너편에 앉아 있던 너의 모습이 아직도 난 잊혀질지는 몰라 몰라 Baby I'm leaving you 그때 했던 말들이 맴돌아 in my mind I'm honestly feeling like I am so lost 내 맘이 그저 흔들리잖아 Someone tell me what I need
Good morning. It's the next day. So yesterday I finished painting the room and then I was gonna go back out and shovel, but these two lovely angels knocked on my door and asked me if I needed my driveway shoveled. I was like, yes! Because I was literally thinking when I was painting, I was like, this is a neighborhood. Like, are the kids not hustling? Are they not getting money? Are they not getting to the bag? Because I feel like usually they'll knock and like walk around plowing people's driveways. Because after I shoveled, it kept snowing. So there was like 2 more inches back on the ground that I needed to get up. But they knocked, took care of everything for $20. And I gave them a little tip. And that was amazing news. But even outside of that, like all of the painting and like the snow shoveling, I was so tired. I had like 10,000 steps at the end of the day. I keep saying plow, but that's not the word. Like shoveling snow is such a rigorous activity. Like it's basically like weightlifting. And people are always like, why do you work out? Why do you work out? Why do you work out? This is one of the reasons why working out is incredible. Because the way I was out there like scooping up and I had to like squat it up and like throw it over my back. Like if you don't exercise regularly, that can be so hard on your body. Like you can literally pull something. So when I was shoveling, I was just like so grateful that I work out because that was a workout. I was squatting, I was deadlifting, I don't even know what this is, but I was tired. The roads are clear, but there's definitely still a lot of snow out there, but it is melting. Today has been a slow day. I was so tired when I went to bed. I didn't even cook. I was gonna Uber Eats and I was like, wait, no, the roads are covered in snow. I feel bad making someone drive to me. So I just like ordered something locally and then I walked to pick it up. I didn't realize when I bought my house, I was like, wait, I also have to shovel the sidewalks. We're here today. It is 1:45 because I've been sitting here all morning. I actually woke up pretty early But I'm sitting here watching on HBO Max. It's called The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. I'm floored. I'm only on episode 5. The amount of times that my mind has changed watching this, like, what is going on? Who's lying and who's like this? The different stories are crazy. I low-key feel like everyone involved is crazy though. But I'm curious how this is gonna end. I was sitting here thinking, I know you guys ask about my books. I stopped talking about my books a while ago. There were times where I would do like a monthly review. I would record it and then it would be me talking about books for 30 minutes. And I'm like, no one wants to sit here and listen to me talk about books. So I think I wound up reading 22 books last year. My goal was 30, but I fell short. I did stop reading for like 6 months though. So I think if I kept pushing through, I would have made it, but I fell a little bit short. So I read 22 books last year. So I'm going to go over what I read. And I'm not going to dive into the plot because that's how this turns into a 20-minute ordeal. I'm just going to say yes or no. Maybe something brief. Honey and Spice. This was recommended on TikTok so much. I did not like this book. This is technically an adult book, but this read to me like a young adult book. And I realized throughout this year, I don't like young adult romances. It's basically like high schoolers, college age kids. I'm sorry, I didn't love this book. It was like way too many pop culture references as well. I feel like so many people love this, but I actually quite literally couldn't stand it. The Last Mrs. Parrish, this was tea. I thought this was very good. It was a little bit slow in the beginning, but once it picked up, I think out of all the books I read this year, this book made me gasp so many times. So many times. Again, started slow, but this was good. Excuse me while I ugly cry. This is a young adult book. So I'm learning when people recommend on TikTok, they never say like, oh, this is a young adult book, by the way. So young adult, I think, is between like ages 14 and 21 or maybe 18. So like, I just can't relate. This was very cute. So if you like young adult romances or if you're a teenager, this is an adorable book. It was very cute. But I can't get into that. Like, Pretty Girls, traumatizing. Literally traumatizing. I think this is a thriller, but it really should be a horror. A horror. If you don't have like if you're easily queasy, I wouldn't do this. I'm still scared of this. It was good though. Slow, but good. I want to say The Housemaid by Miss Frida. Frida will put her foot in the book, okay? I think out of all the books I read this year, this is the fastest I ever read a book. I want to say I gobbled this up in like 36 hours. Couldn't put it down. T. I have the sequel on my shelf to read. Then she was gone. Oh my gosh. This was really good. This also made me gasp when I figured out what happened. Again, a little bit slow. I'm learning that books that push like, how many pages was this? 350? I don't know. I just feel like some authors just like drag it out unnecessarily when there's a lot of fluff. So this was a little bit slow, but great book. Great book. A Flicker in the Dark. This book is weird to me because when I was reading it, I was so into it, but I, for the life of me, can't remember what this book was about, which is crazy. When I was reading it, I was like, read it very quickly, but then as soon as it was done, I couldn't remember anything. I can't even name a character in this book. I remember nothing about this. Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. This is another young adult book. This was an adorable book, but again, it's a YA book. I don't love that. Going into the new year, this year was kind of about learning what I liked about these books and what genres I like. I don't like YA romance, so I won't be reading it anymore. And I also don't think it's fair for me to rate the books because they're not written for someone my age. I hate when I see people do reviews and they're ripping apart YA books, but like, it's not written for you. That's like an adult ripping apart a children's movie. It's not for you. But if this was adorable, so if you like YA or if you're like a teenager or early 20s, you might love this. Perfect Find by Tia Williams. I picked this up because I read her other book called 7 Days in June. I gobbled that book up. I thought it was so good. So I got this one. I picked this up because I know they turned this into a Netflix film. I hated this book. Didn't like this book. I thought it was ridiculously slow. It was way too long for no reason. Yeah, like 350. Way too long for no reason. When I finished this, I had no desire to even watch the Netflix film. I did not love it. The age gap thing I thought was gross. Essentially, it's about a girl in her 40s dating someone that's like fresh out of college. I know some people like that. It's not my cup of tea. I also think it's weird when men do it, like dating someone that young that's not even like lived life yet. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. I feel like I'm the only person in the world that likes Queenie. Everyone that I've seen review this say they don't like it, but here's the thing. Don't go into this book thinking that there's a plot. Because I feel like there's not really a plot. Halfway into this book, I was like, okay, where is this going? There's no plot here. But it's basically about a girl and her, like, is she in her early or mid 20s? She went through a breakup and she's just navigating, making some very poor decisions. I was getting annoyed with it until I was like, okay, there's no plot. And then this is the only book that I read that made me like cry toward the end. It's just something that she had said that stuck with me. So this was like personally one of my favorite reads of the year. But I will agree, there's not a lot of plot here, but I like it. Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan was probably my favorite book that I read this year. I can't wait to read more Kennedy. The Push by Audrey Audain. It was a good book. I gobbled it up. I couldn't put it down. But it was just way too predictable for me, so I didn't really enjoy it. And I feel like this storyline has been done a million times in books and in movies. We've seen it before. I feel like there's like 4 Lifetime movies that have this plot, but it was good though. Such a fun age. I wish I had my time back. Did not enjoy. I used to think New York Times bestseller was like, oh, it has to be a good book. This gave nothing. This gave nothing. My favorite author this year, hands down, was Tiffany D. Jackson. Now, she is a young adult author, but she writes her books in a way where you can't tell that these are young adult books. Like, they're all so good. Grown, great. Allegedly amazing. Monday's Not Coming, fabulous. And The Weight of Blood. Now, all of her books are very like emotionally heavy, so read the trigger warnings, but all of her books I gobbled up in like 48 hours. I love her writing style. Vanishing Half, I thought this was an amazing storyline, but I felt like this was really slow. I heard they're making this into a movie or a series, and I think that would be better for this. Great storyline, but just a little too slow for me. I felt the same about Black Cake. I'm gonna give this one grace because this is the first book this year where I tried to do audiobooks on Audible, and it made me realize like I'm just not a person that can multitask and listen to audiobooks and still retain the information. Like I would have to sit down and follow along with the audiobook. So couldn't get into the book. However, they did turn this into a Netflix film. I'm sorry, not a film. However, they did turn this into a Hulu series, and that series, delicious. Gobble it up. Go watch it on Hulu. It's so good. Take My Hand, incredible plot, incredible story, very sad story of what happened to 2 girls. But I feel like this wasn't written in a way that I liked. Yeah, it was just missing something for me. Ace of Spades was super cute. This is a YA kind of like thriller. This was a really good book. And I think these were the first 2 like fantasy series that I read. Actually, I think this was like the only fantasy books I read this year. Fantasy was difficult for me because it's basically like learning new worlds and the words that they use, and I really struggled with it, but these were good. They are young adult fantasies. This series isn't finished yet, so it kind of makes me wish that I waited because I feel like I'm not going to remember the details, but I love this. I mean, it's essentially about a Black girl that has powers. And lastly, this is what I'm currently reading. This is Skin of the Sea. I'm like 100 pages in. I've been reading this for like a month. For some reason, I have just not been in a reading mood. It's been hard for me to like pick up a book and read. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm loving this so far. Not a single person recommended this, but I kept seeing this cover in Barnes and Noble, and I'm like, that's a black mermaid. I have to see what's tea, like what's going on. I think I'm gonna finish that book, and then I'm taking a little break from reading probably because I need to recertify my NASM certification. NASM is where I got my personal training certification through. And you have to recertify every 2 years by like specializing in something basically, or getting like continuing education credits. So this time around, I'm recertifying in nutrition, which should be super fun. I feel like I already know a lot about nutrition, but there's always more to learn, like seriously. I've been sitting in bed all day. It's kind of embarrassing, but this series literally, how many more episodes? There's 2 seasons. Oh, I'm not finishing this. Why does there need to be 2 seasons? So I need to start my day. Let me show you guys the bedroom. Ow. I also ruined my nails, by the way, because I forgot to put gloves on while painting. Ah, my back. I'm such an old hag. So when I was painting, I realized, so I bought that paint like 3 weeks ago, and then I sat it in my car, and I think it went bad because there were clumps in it. I stirred it around for like 15 minutes and got most of them out, but like it was really gross. So I think I painted with some bad paint. I mean, this is what it looks like. It's really just like an off-white color, the same color as the rest of my house. I do think I need another coat, but I got it done and I'm proud of myself. I got a gallon. I told the guy the measurements and he was convinced that I only needed one, but I needed more than one actually, because I used a half a gallon from the last time I painted and I used literally the full gallon of the one I just purchased. So maybe maybe I used too much paint, I don't know, but I have to go to Lowe's to get another thing. I'm just proud of myself for getting this done because I was putting it off and off and off and off and off. And now we're ready for next steps. Oh, I also wanted to put a light in. You guys saw me take this down yesterday. So I've done all the light fixtures in my house that needed changing. It's very easy, but this is missing wires. I don't know if it's out of date or like not up to code, but long story short, when you change a fixture, you'll see wires coming out. Simply put, you basically match the wires up, black to black, white to white, and ground to ground. There's no white wire coming out. And I don't know nothing about that. What's scary is that the fixture that I took down just didn't connect the white wire at all and it was just hanging there. So I feel like that's an issue. Listen, I like to DIY, but I am not an electrician. I'm not about to burn a house down. So I need to call an electrician to look at that because I really wanted to put the light in. The light in is the same one that I have out here. This one up myself, which is so cute. And then this one's in my little foyer. I got this one for the bedroom as well. Yeah, super easy, and like changing the light fixtures like elevates the house so much. Like a lot of places have like the boob light. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the little boob light that's everywhere. And it's just so ugly. A few packages delivered. I got these a few days ago. This company called Recess. I've seen these in Whole Foods. I thought they were alcohol, but they're actually like mocktails. So I was like, oh, that sounds cute. When they first reached out to me, I was like, oh, I don't really drink. And they're like, oh no, they're mocktails. I was like, oh, fabulous. Y'all know I love Skims. So I ordered. Now, why did they put all of this in this huge box? Why would they do that? Why does that look big in the waist? I think it'll be fine. But yeah, just like cute little sets to lounge in. Oh, that feels nice. Nice and stretchy. And they messed my Black Friday order up, so they gave me like a 30% off coupon. I got like this cute little lounge outfit. It's a corset with matching sweats. And I feel like that's gonna be so cute. Obviously not for winter, when it starts getting a little bit warm and you want some cozies, but like make it cute. Because I like to look cute, but I don't like, sometimes I be giving homeless. And this is like cute homeless, you know? Here. These were sent to me from Alani. If you guys are newer here, I used to be sponsored by Alani, but I had left. There's no tea, no shade there. Just like as a content creator, it just didn't make sense for me to be exclusive with one company at the time. I wasn't getting paid a whole lot to be exclusive. So I mean, I love them and I love their products, but just like basically when you're exclusive to a company, you have to turn down all other collabs or deals. And yeah, love them, but I was basically losing money being exclusive to them, if that makes sense. But I still love them. So they sent me some of their mini Alanis, which is so cute because I never finish a full one. I think it's way too big. I really think this should be the standard. Like 100 milligrams of caffeine should be fine for most people. And then we got new Gymshark. This is definitely like a rest day collection. I would not wear these to work out at all. As you can see, it's like very dry. There's no sweat wicking properties in these. They look cute though. Mad cute. And they have, oh, these are cute. A little shrug. That's cute. Kind of reminds me of like an updated Paws collection. Been seeing so many girls wear these, the little one shoulder bras. They're like ribbed. Super cute. Yeah, definitely not gym material though. It's too dry. Okay, I was on the way to the gym, but I'm hungry. I think I ate breakfast at like 11 or 12. It's now like 3:40. I'm craving a smoothie. So I'm going to this place. I've never been there. It's called Soul Bowl. Soul Bowl? So, I don't know. They sell them at Lifetime, but I feel like their options are limited and they're like stupid expensive. I'm just gonna scooch in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today I had to this week I had to cut my split a little short because I did my conditioning day, which I try to do sprints. I literally pulled a hamstring. What's going on? Jesus. Are people dumb? There were 2 turning lanes and this lady came right into my lane as she was. Are people okay? Oh my gosh. Just anybody on the road nowadays. What was I saying? I don't even know. Oh yes, I pulled my hamstring.
아직도 난 모르겠어 널 바라봐도 just caught in your love 많이도 난 널 좋아했나봐 힘들어 보여 옆에서 말했어 한순간이었지 bittersweet to me night got me going crazy someone just tell me why 하듯이